Hi guys, it's Coach Gigi. Happy Monday. As promised, I told you guys I would come here and talk about how I met my husband. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about a post that I did earlier today about being single and waiting for God's best. And this does not just pertain to being single. If you are busy focused on something in particular, something you really want, something you want out of, maybe it's a job you want out of or a job that you want, whatever it is that's your focus, if you are so focused on that, you're probably missing what God has for you. He could have something right in front of you and you don't see it because you're so focused on that one thing, whether it be singleness, a job, money, whatever the case may be. In my case, it happened to have been singleness, and that's actually how I wrote my book. The book I just came out with. If you want information about it, just comment below or private message me and I can send you a link for that. But the book is called But First Pray, and it's how I learned to make time for God every single day and take my mind off singleness. So the singleness is what brought up this book. I was so focused for so many years, I'm going to say like, I don't know, 20 years maybe, on where's my husband, where is he, where is he, where is he? That's all I was focused on. And I wasn't seeing what God was trying to show me. I wasn't paying any attention to him. I was praying all the time, but my prayers were constantly, where's my husband? Where's my husband? Where's my husband? Okay, God, where's my husband? I can't imagine what God is up there thinking, like, this whole thing. Let's get over the whole husband thing and focus on me. So that was how the whole concept of my book came about, how to make time for God first thing every day. That is what truly took my mind off of the finding a mate, because I put God first. And then I made a decision to actually date Jesus for 1 year. I did. I dated Jesus for 1 year. So there was a year in my life. It was about the time when I decided to spend time reading my Bible every single morning. It totally changed my relationship with God. It totally changed my view on trying to reach for that thing that I wanted, the feeling of having a mate, having a husband. It changed my view on that. It changed me as a person so that I was actually going to attract my future husband because I was being a different person, a truly godly woman, because I was focused on what's most important, which is the Lord. That was how all of that happened. And I decided about the time when I started this whole Bible reading every day that I'm going to date Jesus for 1 year. So anybody I met during that year, they'd ask me out on a date and I'd say, I'm sorry, I'm dating Jesus. And I really did. I even wanted a t-shirt, but this was back before they had graphic tees with things all over them. But I wanted a t-shirt that said, leave me alone, I'm dating Jesus. And I really did. That's what I told people. I told people I was dating Jesus, and the looks that I got was like, okay. And I'm like, I'm dating him for a year, so you're just going to have to wait a year. So I did. I actually did. I dated Jesus for a year. And it was great. It completely took my mind off of finding a husband. It took my mind off of just everything that it did not need to be on, and it had me focus on the Lord. And that's when God brought my husband into my life. So obviously I was done dating Jesus. I had actually started dating another man who I thought was the one. I truly thought that he was the one. He made it seem like he was the one. It was like everything just seemed perfect. You know how it is, right, ladies? He seemed so perfect. He claimed he just loved the Lord so much. And he went to church, and he even prayed with my family one night, all of us together, and he alluded to the fact that he was going to ask me to marry him. He did all this in front of my parents, and then he just left me. So that's a whole nother story. But anyway, that broke my heart. And after that heartbreak, I immediately went to my family's house in Hilton Head to just chill and relax and get away and actually do like a fast. That's what I did. I fasted, which I'd forgotten, but I found an old journal that said that. How cool is that? So I actually decided to do like a fast. That's when I went to Hilton Head. That's when I met my husband. And the crazy thing is it was the worst time in my life to meet a man, in my view. Not in God's view, because God knows everything. Because I had literally just gotten my heart broken. I mean, just gotten it stomped all over. It had only been maybe like a week, and I was just devastated every single day. I was depressed, whatever. So I'm in Hilton Head to get away from everything. I got involved at the church in Hilton Head because I knew I was probably going to stay there for a few weeks just to kind of relax and chill. And I got involved with a Bible study. And the lady I became really good friends with at the Bible study said, "You've got to meet my best friend. He is wonderful." And I'm like, "No, I do not need to meet a man. I'm still going through this heartbreak. I can't even think straight. I'm crying every single day. I do not need to be meeting no man." And she said, "That's okay. His wife just left him, so it's perfect." And I'm like, "Oh, Lordy, that's not perfect at all." So we got together at a time that what we view as rebound central and the worst time that you can meet somebody. It was not love at first sight in any way, shape, or form for either one of us. I mean, we both were going through major heartache, and our first night we spent like just getting to know each other, it was literally, "Oh no, this is what happened to me. Oh no, this is what happened to me. Oh no, this is my story. Oh, this is my story." That was pretty much it. Not a hot date in any way, shape, or form. It was just like sob story, sob story, sob story, sob story. That is how the whole thing started. I know, crazy. And it was probably a good 6 months of just hanging out as friends with a group of people. We weren't even ever really alone together. We were always with a big group of people. We were never alone together. And so I didn't think he was even interested in me, to be honest with you. There was not like that attraction in the beginning at all, because we were both going through so much heartache that that's all we could concentrate on. And I was really focusing on the Lord even during that time, because I was doing that fast. Maybe it was the Daniel fast I was doing. I'm not really sure, but it was a long, like a 21-day fast. So I was really focused on that. And then he was also really focused on what the Lord wanted for him and his life. So ladies, single ladies out there, I beg and I plead with you, do not settle. Even if you're older and you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, I don't care. Don't settle. Don't be thinking, "Well, I mean, he says he'll go to church with me," or, "I mean, he loves God. He's a nice guy. Oh, he treats me so well. And I think he will go to church with me." I don't care. God doesn't care. You want God's best for you, and stop making excuses for who you are with. If he is not the perfect man that you just know God has brought to you, that truly loves the Lord, is living for the Lord, is at 100% committed to God being number one in his life, then walk away. That's all I can say. Do not stay with that person, because you could be missing who God does have for you. And we don't want that, guys. So you've got to stop settling and making excuses, saying, "Oh, but I'm so old. This is all I'm going to find." Because believe me, I was in my 40s. I still hadn't met my husband. And yes, I was making all kinds of excuses. I'm thinking, well, I'm in my 40s. I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, he'll go to church with me, and, he treats me well. So, this is probably who I'm supposed to be with. No, please don't settle. God has the perfect man for you. Check out that post I posted earlier today. Don't settle, because you could be missing what God has there waiting for you, but he's waiting for you to get rid of that wrong person, that bad seed, who may be a good guy. He may be a really good guy, but not for you. If you are truly living for the Lord and you want a godly marriage that God himself blesses and that God himself is going to reign over, you have to get rid of the one who is not the truly sold out to the Lord man. He can't just say he goes to church. He has to be 100% committed to living a life for Christ. That I cannot emphasize enough, because the right man is worth waiting for. Even if you've been waiting for a very long time and you are fed up with it, I know, believe me, I know he is out there and God is ready to give this man to you, but you've got to be ready for him. And maybe he's working on that man. It may not even be you. It may be he's working on that man and he's got to wait for that man to get in the right situation before he can find his way to you. So you don't really know what the situation is, but believe me, it's worth waiting for God's best. I cannot emphasize that enough, guys. So I really just wanted to bring that to you guys and share it with you, because I want you to know that I've been there. I know what it's like, and I want you guys to experience God's best, have a godly marriage, have a marriage that is completely blessed and led by the Lord. It's so, so important. So do not settle. If you guys have any questions at all, you want to talk to me, you have prayer requests, any of that jazz, you can just private message me or you can comment below and we'll chat about it. So anyway, guys, I hope this helps a little bit, and I hope that you have a beautiful, blessed Monday. Stay faithful, fit, and fabulous. Bye.